This is Operation Neptune, UK China turn. This is Panzer George, part 2. I got a telephone interruption from, so I had to take the call that I didn't get a chance to roll this combat, so I'm starting this combat now. This is the one in Transjordan, so just to recap, I'm sending in a tactical from Iraq, and then the other fighters from the carrier. I've got a tactical fighter, two cruisers in support, a tank, infantry supported with artillery, and then one infantry standing alone. So that should be a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 9. So I need to get 3 hits. And so I get 3 hits. Okay, so the Italians fire back. Actually got 4 hits. Italians fire back. And the Italians, ouch, get 2 hits back. Okay, so I lose 2 infantry, of course, and I get transferred. So that's it for the combat. Now we'll do the non-combat. Let's put my cruisers back. Okay, so for non-combat, the first thing I'm going to do is move my carrier 1, 2. It's going to go in C Zone 80. And then I'm going to move the one that was from Iraq onto the carrier. Land that one. This bomber, it should 3 movement goes 1, 2, 3, and lands in eastern Iran, sorry. The fighter and the tactical both go to Ethiopia. They have 2 movements, so they can easily make it back there. Or just give me a moment here, sorry. Oh, it was 1 to there, and then 2, 3, 4, so they can make it to Ethiopia. These here, they can rail 1, 2, 3, so the 2 infantry and the tank go from Congo to Ethiopia. The AA goes to Ethiopia. What I'm going to do actually is, instead of that, I'm going to send the British tank from Somaliland to Ethiopia, and this one from Congo is going to go to French Central Africa and claim a point for the British. Okay, and then in India, these planes have to land, so they go back to India from Burma. And I get to rail. So I'm going to rail. So I'm going to rail the artillery to Iran, so I can rail a total of 5. I'm going to send in 3 infantry and 1 artillery into there. And also to join the carrier, so I used my transports, I used my cruisers, but I'm going to send 1 destroyer, 1, 2, and also be with the carrier. This destroyer will stay here off India. And then this, did I do the Normandy Bordeaux? Yes, I did the Normandy Bordeaux. So that one was done already. I just forgot to take it off. Sorry about that. Okay, so now I'm going to move transport from Liverpool. This transport here in 109 is going to go 1, 2, and we're going to land in Gibraltar. So it's getting crowded there, so I'm going to just put a chip in there. So now we have 3 infantry and 1 AA in Gibraltar. And then one of these fighters, 1, 2, 3, 4, is also going to land in Gibraltar. The other fighters in the channel are going to go to the United Kingdom. That AA unit from Scotland is going to move down. Oops, I knocked the Russian sub. Sorry about that. Ruskies, no offense. And this British destroyer here in 72 is going to move to off Union of South Africa. I'm actually going to move this destroyer down 1, 2 and join my transport in 91. And let me just see if okay, I got to change out this infantry. So in eastern Iran, I have 3 infantry and 1 artillery. So now I'm going to put on my reinforcements. So I have a tank, artillery, and infantry going in India. In Congo, I have 1 artillery and 2 infantry. And in London, I have 1 artillery and 1 infantry. Okay, so let me just put on the markers. The British actually captured something this turn. So we have Normandy, Bordeaux, and we have French Central Africa. And that reminds me, I have to roll for a convoy. So I believe convoys are anything on the coast. So I have to roll for Gold Coast and Nigeria. I'll do that in a minute when I do my IPCs. Just double checking that we have everything here. I'm going to leave the tactical in Ethiopia. I'm going to land the fighter on the carrier. I could make it. It just came from here. 1, 2, 3. So we have a carrier with a tactical and a fighter. Okay, let's do disposition of forces. So off Hawaii, we have 1 battleship. Off Indian Ceylon, we have 1 destroyer. In India, in Burma, we have 2 infantry. In India, we have 3 fighters, 1 artillery, 2 tanks, 3 AA, and 7 infantry. In eastern Iran, I have a bomber, an artillery, and 3 infantry. C-Zone 80, I have a destroyer, a carrier, a tactical, and a fighter. Transjordan, I have a tank and an artillery. Ethiopia, I have 2 infantry, an AA, a tank, and a tactical. French Central Africa, I have 1 tank. Congo, I have 2 infantry and an artillery. Off South Africa, I have 1 destroyer. in Gibraltar. I have 3 infantry, 1 AA, 1 fighter. In off the coast of Gibraltar, I have 1 destroyer, 1 transport. In the Channel, I have 1 transport. Normandy or Bordeaux, I have 1 infantry, 1 mech. And in London, I have 1 artillery, 1 infantry, 3 fighters, 4 AA. And in Scotland, I have 1 fighter. I believe that's it. So now I'm going to do my IPC count. Oh, let's do the sub. So there are 2 points at stake. So I'm going to roll for those right now. So the sub gets to roll 2 dice. I think this is for the turn, so. Okay, they did roll a 3, so I get 2 less. So I have Normandy. Hold on. Just gonna write this down. I gotta mark the convoy. -2. Okay, so my count is, my base is 39. However, I've lost Borneo, Malaya, Hong Kong, Shan State, and Egypt. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus the convoy is 12. And I get 4 for Iraq, 4, 1 for Central, 5, and Normandy is 6, 7. From 12 is -5. So that's 34 for next turn. Okay, so now we're on to China. So hopefully you can see that. So 34 IPCs for Britain next turn. Now for China, we have 3 IPCs, so we're going to buy 1 guy, 1 infantry. And we're going to attack Shenxi. And we're going to include our Mighty Armor Corps. So we have a total of 5 infantry, 1 tank versus 2 Japanese infantry. Because this is probably the last hurrah of the Armor Corps, in honor of them, we're going to put it on the board. So we've got 5 Chinese infantry against 2 Japanese infantry and 1 Chinese tank. There we go. So now we're going to roll. So we have, so the Chinese tank rolls at a 3, and then the 5 Chinese infantry roll on 1s, and then we have 2 Japanese infantry, and they roll on 2s. There we go. So we get 2 hits, and the Japanese miss. So the Chinese infantry came through, and the tank as well. So we capture that back for China. And we get to put 1 Chinese infantry on. We're going to put that in Kiangsu. Okay, so disposition of forces for the Chinese. We have 1 in Kiangsu. We have 5 infantry in Shenxi and 1 tank. And IPC count is 2 IPCs for China. Thank you very much.